I'm gonna start with a squat position, but it's gonna be a lower squat than usual. And I'm gonna place my elbows over my legs. I'm gonna hold the position for 10 seconds and I'm gonna try to breathe as deeply as possible and try to relax. I'm gonna keep my back straight. My hips are gonna be as low as possible. Keeping my legs flexed, I'm gonna turn to the right. I'm gonna place my hands in the floor. Try to avoid that my knee won't go over my feet. So try to keep it straight. My back leg is gonna be straight and I'm gonna lower my hips. I'm gonna try to push them to the floor as possible. I'm gonna keep that position for 10 seconds and I'm gonna try to breathe to relax. Now my back leg, I'm gonna place it in the floor, but my knee should not touch the floor. I'm gonna open a little bit more my front leg and keep the position for 10 seconds. I'm gonna flex my front leg and I'm gonna place my whole back leg on the floor. I'm gonna keep my hips as close to the floor as possible and I'm gonna keep it for another 10 seconds. Continue breathing. If I can, I'm gonna place my elbows in the floor, keeping my front leg flexed, my back straight, and I'm gonna hold it for another 10 seconds and try to relax my breathing. Count to 10. So I'm gonna come back up and in the same position that I am already, I'm gonna turn to the front, keeping my right leg flexed and my left leg straight. My hands are gonna be in front in the floor. And I'm gonna keep my whole right feet in the floor and my left toes are gonna be pointing to the ceiling. And I'm gonna count to 10. Continue breathing. Need to feel how the leg stretches on the inside. Now it's time to do the other side. So we're gonna repeat the process. We're gonna keep the left leg flexed. My right leg, it's gonna be straight. My hands on the floor next to my leg. And I'm gonna hold it for another 10 seconds. Continue breathing. Place my right leg on the floor, avoiding my knee to touch the floor, and I'm gonna hold that position for another 10 seconds. Now I'm gonna flex my left leg on the floor. My whole right leg is gonna be placed in the floor. Gonna hold the position for another 10 seconds. Continue breathing. I'm gonna place my elbows in the floor and keep that position for another 10 seconds. Try to relax and breathe deeply. Now I'm gonna go up, keeping my front leg flexed, and I'm gonna turn to the front. My hands are gonna be in front of me, placed in the floor, and I'm gonna hold the position again for another 10 seconds. Now I'm gonna straight both my legs. My hands should be in the floor. My head should be facing down. And I'm gonna hold the position for another 10 seconds. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible. Now I'm gonna take my hands and place them on my right leg, keeping them both straight. Hold them for another 10 seconds. Now onto the left leg, same position, another 10 seconds. Make sure your back is straight all the time. Now we go back to the middle. We keep the same position that we did at the beginning for another 10 seconds. Now we're gonna take my hands and I'm gonna place them in between my legs. Then I come back to the front. I'm gonna open a little bit more my legs so I can place the elbows on the floor. If you cannot place your elbows on the floor, you keep the previous position for another 10 seconds. Then we go up. I open as much as possible and I sit down. Now my hips should be out to the back. My back should be straight and my legs should be as straight as possible. With one arm, I'm gonna hold my stomach, and with the other hand above my head, I'm gonna try to reach my opposite leg. Try to hold the position for 10 seconds. Keep your back straight and breathe. Go as far as you can. You're gonna inhale, and when you exhale, you're gonna push your body to go a little bit lower. And every time you inhale, you hold the position. You exhale and you push a little hard your body to go a little bit more low. And then we go up slowly. Now we're gonna repeat the same step to the other side. We try to reach the feet with the opposite hand, keeping the back straight, the leg as straight as possible. Inhale, exhale for 10 seconds. Inhale deep, and when you exhale, try to push your body to go a little lower. Once again, inhale, and when you exhale, try to push your a little lower. Then we go up. Now we're gonna turn the chest to the right side. My legs are gonna stay in the same position. Try to take my chest to touch my knees. My hands should be on the sides of the leg. And I inhale, and when I exhale, I push my body to go as close as possible to the leg. Keep your back straight and keep it for 10 seconds. Inhale deeply, and when you exhale, push your body a little lower. repeat it on the other side. Again, hands on the sides of the leg, and take the chest as close as your leg as possible. Keep it for 10 seconds. Inhale deeply, and when you exhale, try to push your body a little more closer to the leg. You need to feel the stretch under your leg. Now I'm gonna try to push my hip to the back a little bit more so I can take my chest all the way to the front until it reaches the floor. If you cannot reach the floor, don't worry, just hold the position for 10 seconds. Go as low as you can. Keep your legs straight. And again, you inhale deeply, and when you exhale, push your body closer to the floor a little bit more. And hold it for another 10 seconds. Go up slowly. Now close the legs to the front. Keep them straight. You're gonna try to touch your toes with your hands. You're gonna push your fingers towards yourself. Keeping your legs straight. And hold the position for 10 seconds. If I can, I'm gonna lift my feet off the floor so your heels won't touch the floor, just for 10 seconds. Now we're gonna go to the butterfly position. We keep the position for 10 seconds. This move will help us relax the muscles of our legs. We keep the position for 10 seconds. Keep breathing. Now we're gonna open our legs. We're gonna keep our knees as close to the floor as possible, and we're gonna bring our chest as close to my feet as possible, and we're gonna hold that position for another 10 seconds. Inhale deeply, and when you exhale, you're gonna push yourself to go a little lower. Remember to go as low as you can. Now we bring our legs close together. And now we're gonna start to work a little bit more on our back, to stretch our back. We're gonna be in a really low squat position to work on our back stretches. So for the first exercise, we are going to be in this position. One hand is gonna be in the back, close to the hip. The other hand is gonna be in front of us, straight in front of us. And as we move the arm up all the way to the back to arch the back, and you're gonna hold that position for 10 seconds. We come back slowly and we switch sides, the same thing. We arch the back as far as possible. Don't worry about your hand not reaching the floor. Hold it for 10 seconds. And we go back. We do it again to the other side. Hold it for 10 seconds. We go back and one last time to the other side. Hold it for another 10 seconds. We go back to the squat position, to the low squat position. We're gonna sit down and then we're gonna lay on the floor. Now we take our knees to our chest and we hold them for 10 seconds. Inhale and exhale. Try to relax. Now we straight the right leg without touching the floor, and the left leg we keep it close to our chest for 10 seconds. Now we switch legs. We straight the left leg without touching the floor, and the right one we keep it close to our chest. Keep the position for another 10 seconds. We keep both of our legs close to our chest again for another 10 seconds. Now we're gonna change to right leg up and we're gonna cross over the left leg, keeping our back and our shoulders in the floor, and we're gonna hold the position for 10 seconds. We switch to the other side. Right, left in the floor, left leg up, and we cross it over the left leg, keeping back and shoulders on the floor. Keep the position for 10 seconds. We go back. Now I'm gonna bring both of my legs over my head, lifting my hips. Now if I can, I'm gonna try to touch the floor with my feet, but if you cannot do it, don't worry, just keep your legs up straight and your hips up and your arms and hands in the floor. Keep the position for 10 seconds. Now slowly go back, place your back in the floor, then your hips, and then your legs. Hold your legs close to your chest for another 10 seconds. Roll over one side, and you get up. my